Alright, so I lost the game when I was playing with Star-Lord. Just Star-Lord solo. But I actually won the game against Rhino and I was playing Gamora solo. So we're going to have them team up to take on Rhino. So yeah, this should be interesting. Already set up all of the decks. Everything's shuffled. Rhino starts at 28 because he's fighting two heroes, and Star-Lord is going to go first. And I already did his setup where search your deck and discard a pile for a copy of the element gun upgrade and add it to your hand and then shuffle your deck. That's all taken care of. Okay, so he's gonna go first. Let me look at the cards that I have here. Wow, target practice. It's a very good card here. It's a support card. If Gamora is attacking with a weapon upgrade, we can actually discard this card and Gamora gets +2 to her attack. That's really good. Peter Quill's ability here is Smooth Talker. Choose a card in your hand and swap that card with the top card of your deck. Limit once per round. Let me see if there are any cards here that I want to swap. Yeah, I think I want to swap the Laser Blaster because this is you attach this to an ally, and I don't think we have an ally that's going to be out anytime soon except for Beta Ray Bill, but Beta Ray Bill actually requires 5. And for me to summon him, I actually have to use all of these cards to summon him. So maybe I'm not going to use this Smooth Talker ability. So I'm going to flip him over. So now he's Star-Lord. And he has an interrupt. When you play a card from your hand, deal yourself 1 face down encounter card and reduce the resource of that card by 3. Okay, so maybe I do because I forgot about that ability. So I'm going to swap the Laser Blaster with something else. So I'm going to swap the top card with the Laser Blaster and I got Daring Escape. So I'm going to so I'm going to use that ability and flip him over. So now he's Star-Lord. And so I'm going to summon Beta Ray Bill with using his interrupt ability here. So I'm going to use Gutsy Move. No, Daring Escape, Target Practice, and Gutsy Move. No, actually, I just need 2. So I'm going to use Daring Escape and Target Practice because I'm going to take an encounter so that the cost of Beta Ray Bill is reduced by 3. So instead of 5, we just need 2 resources to summon him. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But then we have to take care of an encounter. And this is, you can only do this once per round. And it looks like, oh, that's horrible. It's charge. So Rhino gets charged. So next time Rhino attacks, it's going to be 5 damage. So we get Beta Ray Bill, but then Beta Ray Bill is gonna get taken out, looks like. And his special power is after he defeats a minion, you remove 2 threat from the main scheme, so it's not even that freaking helpful. But you know what? I'm going to I was thinking of attaching Laser Blaster to him, but he's gonna be gone after 1 round. I thought that having him, you know, he has 4 health, that he's gonna be helping us a lot, like damaging Rhino. But he's gonna be out of the game here, out of play, just after 1 round. So we're gonna go ahead and just use them to attack Rhino here. Doesn't even matter here, but we'll just put when he attacks, he gets damaged by 1, and then he attacks for 3, so Rhino is down to 25. And then Star-Lord is going to pay with this physical resource. Exhaust element gun and spend 1 resource of any type, and then you deal 3 damage to the enemy, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we damage Rhino for 3. 1, 2, 3. So now he's down to 22. And then Star-Lord himself is going to attack Rhino for 2. So now Rhino is down to 20. Okay, and then now it's Gamora's turn. Let's look at Gamora's cards here. Wow, Decisive Blow is really good. Deals 4 damage to an enemy, 7 damage if you play the Thwart event. So we're gonna combo that with Impede. But then we need 4 resource. So we might not be able to do anything here until oh, but we're gonna remember when she's in alter ego form, she actually has an ability where you can look at the top card of your deck. If it's an attack or thwart event, then you can draw that card. And it is a tactic event, so we don't get to draw that. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and flip her over. Let me see here. Search for 4 cards of your deck, 7 instead of your alter ego. Before I switch her into the hero form, I'm going to play Plan of Attack. And I search the top 7 cards for an attack event and add that card to my hand. Yep, I got it right here. And then I shuffle the deck. Okay. So now I'm going to flip her over, and I'm going to use strength here for 2 resource points to upgrade Gamora with the combat training card. And I should really use the other one to attach to Star-Lord, but then I have to, you know what? Because we're not going to be able to do this anytime soon, so I'm going to use first hit and impede to pay for combat training for Star-Lord. Okay. And then I will end my turn. No, not yet. I'm going to attack Rhino for 2 plus 1. So that's 3. 1, 2, 3. So now Rhino is down to 17. Still got ways to go there. And I'm going to end my turn. You ready up, everybody? And Star-Lord gets 3 more cards, and Gamora gets 4 more cards. Okay. What is this? Jet boots. When Star-Lord would take any amount of damage, exhaust jet boots. Prevent 1 damage for each face down encounter card in front of you. But we have to have an encounter card in front of us. How does that work? Do we resolve the encounter? Maybe when they said that we deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Is that not resolved? Let's look at how that works. Maybe it's not resolved. Maybe it's just that we hold it hostage or something. If that's the case, then Rhino doesn't have that extra damage. Let me just check this. Maybe I didn't. So let's read the. Because when you deal an encounter, don't you have to resolve that? Is it like because you don't resolve the encounter until like during the encounter phase? Maybe that's what I'm missing. I think that's probably it, because it doesn't make any sense that we just keep it. Okay. Star-Lord does his best work when faced with insurmountable odds. Utilize Star-Lord's hero ability to deal him encounter cards in exchange for a huge discount on resource cost. Or make use of well-timed sliding shot to deal additional damage to an enemy based off the number of encounter cards in front of Star-Lord. The bigger the risk, the better the reward. And if Star-Lord pushes his luck too far and needs some backup, call for some help from powerful Nova Blast to blast enemy to smithereen. I think that's how it works. I think, you keep adding these up and then they get resolved during the encounter phase. Let me just look at. Yeah, because I think I'm just not playing this whole encounter situation correctly. Like, if you get an encounter, you don't have to deal with it now. Like, if you get an encounter during your turn, I think it gets resolved during the encounter phase. Or the encounter, yeah. Let me just look at the manual here. Oh, we can just look at the enemy villain phase. Deal an encounter card to each player. Each player reveals and resolves the encounter cards in player order. So I think the encounter cards are like they get resolved later during the villain phase. Because that's the only way that it would make sense. So, so even like during the last game when I was playing Gamora, and she has that one ally that you can summon, but when you summon her, she actually gives you an encounter card. Oh no, that was different. You have to look for a minion specifically. So if that's the case, then this is not in play. So this is actually just sitting here. That's how this works. I mean, I wish they would elaborate a little bit more, like how this works. Like, you know, they should have put like an example. When you use this card, you get yourself an encountered card. Do not resolve the encounter card. All they have to do is just add something like do not resolve the encounter card until you have to resolve the encounter cards during the villain phase. Something like that. Something to that effect. But they didn't have that in the manual. So, but I think this is how it works. Okay, so you know that this is like just sitting here. Okay. Because like when you get multiple encounters during the villain phase, like if you get Breaking and Taken, you deal the encounters to them, and then the next turn you resolve them. So so like I guess the concept here is like as Star-Lord, you can just up the ante. You can say, yeah, come on, give me all these encounters, and then you have to resolve them when the time comes. So see, an additional encounter is dealt during step 3. Additional cards are dealt in player order. Yeah, so even when you're like giving the additional encounters, you have 2 players, you have 1 and 1, and then you give another 1 and another 1. Okay. Alright. That makes sense. Because it doesn't make sense how it says, depending on how many encounter cards are in front of you. So, because if you resolve the encounters like immediately, then you never have more than 1, or you never have any. So this is a matter of stacking them. Okay. We're out of space here. I'm going to move everything over to the left. Move these guys slightly over here. Okay. Now that's fine. Okay, so now it is the villain phase. And Rhino gets 2 threat tokens. And he has to reach 14 to win against us. And now he's going to attack each hero one at a time, starting with Star-Lord. So we're going to have, and this is the boost card, we're going to have Beta Ray Bill defend for Star-Lord. And I think you can even use your ally to defend your... See, like I haven't played with 2 heroes in a while. I've only done it like several times. Let me see here. Yep. Well, he can't defend for Gamora. two also on top of defending for Star-Lord. So, but Star-Lord himself can defend for Gamora. Yep. Okay. But Beta Ray Bill is going to defend, and Rhino is going to attack for 2 plus nothing. So just 2, and he has 4 health. So he's at 1 health point right now. And then now he's going to attack Gamora. I'm just checking to see if there's anything I can do. Nope. Okay. So Gamora is going to go ahead and should she? Yeah, she's going to defend. And Rhino is going to attack for 2 plus nothing. So just 2, and she has a defense of 2, so she's not damaged. Okay, so now we have to deal an encounter for each of them. And we're going to resolve Star-Lord's first. And now he's going to get the charge. And then, how do you... Okay, so we're going to resolve all of his first, and the second encounter is actually false alarm. I shouldn't be playing this at midnight. And you are confused, so he cannot thwart. Okay. And then for Gamora, hard to keep down. Reveal Rhino heals for 4. Great. So now he's back to 21 from 17. Okay. Alright, so back to player phase, and Gamora goes first this time. Let's see what she got here. Hit and run is really good. Deal 2 damage to an enemy and remove 2 threat from a scheme, and it's both an attack and a thwart. And then she gets an additional 1 damage for thwarting. Let me think about this. Keen's Instinct is really good. I do want to use that upgrade, but if I do that, then I can't play. No, I can. No, I can't. That's important. I mean, I don't... Yeah, let me just... I'm going to use Acrobatic Move to pay for Keen Instincts. And we can actually exhaust this so that... Oh no, we can't exhaust that for a weapon. We can only exhaust that for... Okay. It needs 3 for that. Ah, shit. After you play an attack event, deal 1 damage to an enemy. That's a really good one. Maybe instead of, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna... What we should do instead is pay with acrobatic move, keen instinct, and hit and run, so that we can have Gamora's sword in play. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright, and now it is Star-Lord's turn. How many allies can you summon? Because this one actually it says increase your ally limit by 1. Oh, 3 allies in play. Max. For each player. Okay, I don't think we're ever gonna get more than 3 at a time, but I've never gone more than, I think max was 2 that I was able to summon for the hero. I'm going to use knowledge, because yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have like more than 3 allies being summoned, so that I can attach Laser Blaster to Gamora. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and attach or activate target practice for Star-Lord. Gotta do something about the thwart though. Oh, I can thwart with Star-Lord. No, I can't, because I can pretend to thwart, so that just to get rid of the confused ability. Maybe we're not going to use target practice, because what I'm going to do actually is instead use pay target practice and jet boost to play gutsy move. No, because I can't, because if I thwart, well, I can pretend thwart. Let's just pretend thwart to get rid of the confused status, and then I play. I mean, I pay using target practice and jet boots to play gutsy move. So that removes 2 threat. There you go. Okay. And then everyone gets ready up. He gets 5 cards. And she gets 4 cards. Okay. Now it is the villain's turn. Now he has charge, so what we're going to do is he's going to attack. Oh, and then he schemes for 2. I mean, that's the automatic scheme. Automatic threat generation. And he's going to attack Gamora first. Better Ray Bill is going to defend. and he's going to attack for, look at that, 2 plus 3 plus 2. So 7. It has overkill, so we're only able to oh my god. So that ally's controller, which is Star-Lord? That's crazy. So 6 of the damage is going to Star-Lord. Unbelievable. Wow, okay. That sucks. So he's down to 4. Ridiculous. Okay, now Rhino is going to attack Star-Lord. Gamora is going to defend. And this is gone, by the way. So charge is only like a one-time deal, but there are a couple of charge cards in there. Rhino is going to attack for 2 plus 2, 4. Gamora has 2 defense, so she's damaged for 2. So now she's down to 8. Okay. And then an encounter for each. Alright, and for Gamora, the villain attacks you. Oh yeah, the game is over. Well, Star-Lord is now going to defend. No, he's at 4. And he only has a defense of 1. Okay, she's just gonna take it. 2 plus 1 is 3, so now she's down to 5. Look how ridiculous this is. Okay, and then for Star-Lord, false alarm, so he's confused again. Ridiculous. Alright, so now back to player phase. Let's see here. Oh, and it is Star-Lord's turn this time. He goes first. Alright, so Star-Lord is going to use element gun, going to pay with element gun to use element gun. To do 3 attacks, 3 damage to Rhino. So Rhino is now down to 1, 2, 3, 18. He is going to attack for 2 plus 1. So that's 3, and then now that's no, he shouldn't be attacking because I think I'm gonna flip him. Because we need to heal. So I'm going to flip him into his alter ego, and then yep. And he recovers for 3 health. So 4, 5, 6, 7. But before he, let's just cheat a little bit because I'm new to this game. Let's see. before he heals and change into his alter ego, I'm going to pay with Pulse Grenade to use Star-Lord's helmet. To activate Star-Lord's helmet. Running out of space here. Oh no, we don't even... Yeah, I'm not even going to do that. We're not even going to cheat. It's not worth it. It's not what I thought it was. But I am going to use Pulse Grenade to summon Cosmo. Oh, need two. So I'm going to have Pulse Grenade and Air Supremacy to summon Cosmo. And then Cosmo is going to thwart for 1. And then the unique thing about Cosmo is I'm going to guess what the next card is going to be. It can either be, and since I'm not familiar, it can be anybody's deck. When Cosmo attacks or thwarts, name a card type, then discard the top card of a deck. If that card is a name type, Cosmo does not take consequential damage. So it's going to be an event. It's a resource card. Ah, and I wasted that resource card. Okay, so now he takes damage. Fuck it. Okay, now it is Gamora's turn. I'm going to use acrobatic move. So that's 2 plus whenever you use an attack event, you deal 1 damage to an enemy. So that's 2 plus 1. That's 3. So now 1, 2, 3 is down to 15. This is a lot of work. Wow, Cross Counter is a really good card. Prevent 3 damage and then deal 1 damage to an enemy and remove 1 threat from a scheme. I love that. And I'm going to keep the rest of these cards, I think. Okay. And she's gonna stay in hero form. That's fine. Okay, so she gets additional card. Oh, and then because I use an attack card, I also get to remove 1 threat from a scheme. Let's not forget that. Once per phase. Nice. Okay. And Star-Lord gets 4. Okay. Okay, now it is the villain phase. Everyone gets to ready up. He's still confused. And Rhino gets 2 automatic threat. The beginning of the villain phase. And since he is in his alter ego form, he gets to scheme for 1 plus boost. Nothing. So now it's up to 3. And then he's going to attack Gamora. But Gamora is not going to defend. Cosmo is going to defend. And he's going to attack for 2 + 1, 3. So Cosmo is out of play. And we have to deal with an encounter each. Hydra Mercenary on him. And he has guards, so we have to he cannot attack the villain until we defeat the Hydra Mercenary. Now when they're engaged with one hero, does that mean it doesn't affect the other one? Engage 7. Okay. So, yeah, only, it's only impacting, Star-Lord. Okay. And then for Gamora, oh, fucking great. Oh, that's not good. So now we have the Nemesis coming into play. This is ridiculous. After the villain phase begins, deal 1 face down encounter to Gamora. Okay. And that one has 4. And only Gamora can reduce that. Side scheme. And then Nebula gets summoned here. Shit. And then we are going to shuffle the Nemesis set here into the encounter deck. I'm going to give it a quick shuffle. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now it's back to the player phase, and Gamora goes first this time. Now retaliate is that page 10. Ugh. Nebula is going to be a pain in the butt. It's not too bad though, because I can use Genius and I'm going to use Genius and Impede. So that's 3 to use Uppercut to uppercut the shit out of Nebula. 5 damage. Fuck that bitch. Okay, so she's out of play, and then she's going to get 2 damage because Nebula has retaliate too. But I'm going to pay using decisive blow, and that's an attack. So when I do an attack, Gamora gets to thwart for 1, and that's limited 1 per phase. So I'm going to remove 1 from the side scheme, and then I'm going to pay using Decisive Blow to use Cross Counter, and that will nullify the damage. And then you get to deal 1 damage to an enemy. So I'm going to deal 1 damage to Rhino. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. So I'm going to remove 1 more from that stupid sibling rivalry scheme. And since it's the attack, defense, and thwart card, we already used the thwarting earlier. So now we're actually going to, we already used the response to an attack card. So now we're going to use the response to a thwart card, which means I can deal 1 more damage to Rhino. So he's down to 13. Okay. And then I'm going to, she's cutting it kind of close though. I really need to heal her up. So I'm not going to attack for this this turn, so I'm going to flip over to Gamora and look at the top card of my. I'm going to use that. See if I can use a card here, and if it's an attack of thwart, I can keep it, and it's not. Okay, and I'm going to heal for 3. Seven, 8. Okay. And now it is Peter Quill's turn. Choose a card. Let me see if I want to get rid of or switch one of these cards. I think I'm going to... Okay, I'm going to switch Laser Blaster with a new card, and it is Get Ready. Nice. Ready and Ally. Okay, that's worthless. Okay. And I'm going to flip him over. So now he's Star-Lord. Remember, he's still confused. So I can't thwart. So I can pretend thwart though. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend thwart and get rid of confused. And then I'm going to use Daring Escape for 0 resource to ready him up. But this also means that I get an encounter, additional encounter to go with this. Okay. Now I'm going to attack. Yeah, I'm going to attack Hydra Mercenary for 2 + 1, so that's 3. And the Hydra Mercenary is out of play. And then I'm going to pay using Pulse Grenade, Star-Lord's Helmet, and Get Ready so I can play Sliding Shot. And play only if you control an element gun, and I do. And deal 5 damage to an enemy, and deal 2 additional damage to an enemy if you have a face-down encounter card in front of you, and I do have 1. So that's 7 damage to Rhino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's down to 6. Okay. All done. We're gonna ready all of them up. And Gamora gets 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Star-Lord gets 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. So he gets the additional 2 threats. That's up to 5. And then since Gamora is in alter ego, he gets to scheme for 1 plus 2. Oh Lord. So that's 3. So it's now up to 8. He needs to get to 14 for him to win. And then Star-Lord is in hero form, so he's going to attack for 2 plus this. So I am going to defend for 1. He's going to attack for 2 plus 2. Wow, 4. So he damages Star-Lord for 3. 1, 2, 3. Crazy. Alright. And counters. Gamora first. We don't have bomb scares, so this gets Surge. Right now, armor. Rhino gets armor, so we have to pay 5. Additional damage before we can damage him further. To remove that armor, we need to damage him for 5. Okay. And then for Star-Lord, he gets 2 encounters. First one is Shocker, so deal damage, 1 damage to each hero. So Star-Lord gets damage for 1. Gamora is in alter ego, so she's not affected. And then for the second, oh my god, it's a side scheme. So that's 2 plus 1 per player. So that's 4. And then for Bomb Scare is Acceleration. So place +1 threat on the main scheme at the start of the villain phase. Wonderful. Crazy. This is getting out of control. Okay, so now back to player phase. And Star-Lord gets to go first this time. Okay, I'm going to summon Nova Prime. And I'm going to pay that using Blaze of Glory and Laser Blaster. Plus, I'm going to take an encounter so that once per round we can reduce the requirement by 3. So we only need to pay 2. So Nova Prime is out. And I'm going to use Nova Prime to attack after you play Nova Prime from your hand, defeat a non-elite minion. So Shocker is taken care of immediately. Very nice. So we don't even have to exhaust Nova Prime. Okay, so Nova Prime can then thwart. So she's going to thwart Bomb Scare for 2. He gets 1 damage. Okay. And that is all I can do with Star-Lord. Now it is Gamora's turn. I'm going to look at the top card here. If it's an attack or forward event, I can draw it. And it is an attack and forward event. Hit and run. Okay. Since I'm still in alter ego form, I'm going to use Plan of Attack. Search the top 4 cards of your deck, or 7, for an attack event. And then shuffle. Okay. That is an attack event, so I don't have to... it says still shuffle your deck, even if you get it immediately. Because it just says shuffle deck. So shuffle your deck. So we'll just shuffle it a little bit. Okay. And then now I'm going to switch her to her hero form. I'm going to summon Angela. Now Angela, after Angela enters play under your control, search the top 10 of the encounter deck for a minion and put it into play engage with you. Okay, and I got the Hydra Bomber. And the problem with the Hydra Bomber is you gotta choose take 2 damage or place 1 threat in the main scheme. Let me just shuffle this encounter deck first. And I think I'm going to I'm just gonna take the 2 damage because we have Angela to tank for me. So 1, 2, so she's now down to 6. Okay, I'm going to have Gamora thwart for 2. Get rid of Bomb Scare. Whew. Very nice. And since she oh, that was just a regular action. Okay. Now let's see what else we can do here. I'm going to have Angela take care of the Hydra Bomber for 2. And she gets damage for 1. I guess we can summon Nebula. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, I'm going to use Clobber and Uppercut. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to use Clobber and Uppercut to oh, and impede. So that I can play hit and run. And with hit and run, you deal 2 damage to an enemy. So now, oh, he's not even, okay, did I already, how many times did I remove this round? I haven't attacked him, right? Okay, I need to look at my live footage. Let me see if because we can't attack him yet. Alright, let's see. Thankfully, I have the DVR on YouTube, so let me just go ahead and access that, and I'll be right back. All right, so he was 6 before the start of the player phase, so we're fine. So when I use hit and run, we're going to damage. We're going to damage the armored Rhino suit for 2, and then we're going to remove 2 threat from a scheme, and that's sibling rivalry. So that's taken care of as well. Now, if you get rid of the side scheme or your nemesis, does that, like, when you discard your nemesis cards, do they go back into the encounter deck? 12. I guess they go back in. Okay. Because there's no mention of, you know, after you've taken care of your nemesis, a nemesis card, that you need to remove it out of play. Let me double check the updated player reference, rules reference. So let me just nemesis encounter set, page 21. Let's just check that. Yeah. So once it goes into play, then it becomes a part of the encounter deck. Okay, that's fine. All right. Where were we? Okay, we're still on Gamora. Oh, and since we use an attack and thwart card, that means that we get to thwart for 1 and attack for 1. So we get 1 more on the armored Rhino suit, and then this gets reduced by 1. So now he's at 7. Okay. We really have to take care of this very soon. All right, ready up, everybody. Gamora gets 3 more cards. Star-Lord gets 3 more cards. And Star-Lord didn't do anything, right? Oh no, he did. Didn't he? Didn't I just have to ready him up? I think he did. Let me double check that. Because I was gonna say maybe he needs to heal. Oh, he was exhausted. Okay, it doesn't matter. Alright, so now it is Rhino's turn. He gets... shit. Now it goes back to 8. And... No, not 8. He gets 2, so from 7, now it's 9. I hope I've been giving him the right amount of threat. I think I have. Okay. And now he's going to attack Star-Lord first. So 2 plus this. So Nova is going to defend. So 2 plus 2, 4. 4 damage. It would have taken out Star-Lord. So... And then he's going to attack Gamora, and Angela is going to defend. So he attacks for 2 plus 1, 3, and Angela is out of play. And now we give them each an encounter. Unfulfilled destiny. So we're gonna give this to Gamora. I'm going to go ahead and exhaust, flip into my alter ego form and exhaust her to get rid of, so that will be out of play. And then the villain and each minion engage with you attacks you, so he's going to attack again. Oh my god. It's over for Star-Lord here. He's going to attack for 2 plus whatever. He's going to attempt to defend. And Rhino is going to attack for 2 plus 1, 3. He defends for 1, so he gets 2 damage, so now he's down to 1. Jeez. Okay. And then for Gamora, Hydra Bomber, we have to choose whether to take 2 damage or place a threat. I'm going to take 2 damage, so now she's down to 4. Yeah, we're not going to win this. Alright, so now back to player phase. And Gamora goes first this time. I'm going to use her action to see if I can get an attack or thwart card, and I got a thwart card. Good. Okay, I'm going to use set the pace here to thwart 1. And when I thwart for 1, I also damage for 1. Okay. Because I used a thwart card. And, oh no, I don't, because that only happens when you're in hero form. So let's just say that was. Okay. And then, if I can summon Drax, I can summon Nebula. Drax cannot attack minions? Interesting. Wow, I just played a thwart card. If I play Decisive Blow right now, I can damage Rhino for 7. But the problem is, that's all going to hit his Rhino suit. So I need to get that damage first. So yeah, I'm going to... there's not enough cards. No, I do have enough cards. I want to keep Godslayer though. But you know what? I'm going to pay using Godslayer to play first hit. And that's 2 damage to a villain, and that's going to take care of his armor. And then I'm going to play with Drax and Nebula to play Decisive Blow to damage Rhino by 7. So now he is going into phase 2. Because he was at 6 hit points, so with 7 damage he's down to 0. And then phase 2, his health starts at 30. But that also means that I have to find Breaking and Taken. just pretty fucking annoying. This is hard. Feels harder than playing with just one hero. Even though I would say that it's hard to play with just one hero, actually. Because you have to manage both the threats and the damaging the villain. So this starts at 2 plus 2, so that's 4. Yeah. Getting kind of annoyed here. I should just pour them out whenever I'm playing. Okay. So we're done with Gamora. And now it is Star-Lord's turn. Okay, I'm going to use his ability, his interrupt. So I'm going to summon Adam Warlock here for 3, but I don't need to use any resource. But by using his interrupt ability, what could go wrong? By getting an additional encounter. Okay, and then when Warlock attacks or thwarts, discard 1 card at random from your hand. Okay, nice. So I'm going at random. Oh, so we got to shuffle this and then, okay. So he's going to go ahead and thwart for 1. Gonna get rid of Breaking and Taken. And whenever you do that, whenever he thwarts or attacks, we have to select, discard 1 card at random from your hand. Okay. Select this one. And it's an energy card, so heal 3 damage from an identity. So we'll heal him for 1, 2, 3. 3 damage, right? Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to activate target practice. This is ridiculous. And that will end my turn. And ready up everybody. Yeah, we're gonna get slaughtered here. And then Rhino is going to attack Gamora. Gamora is going to defend. He attacks for 3 plus 0. So Gamora has 2 defense. So she's only damaged for 1. Okay. But the Hydro Bomber is also going to attack Gamora for 1. So she's down to 2. Okay. And then now, oh, and I need to place 1 damage for him thwarting earlier. So now Rhino is going to attack Star-Lord with 3, but I'm going to have Adam Warlock defend me. So it's 3 plus nothing. So that's 3 damage. And Adam Warlock is out of play. Okay, since we have Breaking and Taken, that means we have to deal with 2 encounters per character. One, two, I think that's how you deal it. And then 1, 2. Okay. Let me just make sure. It's so hot in this house. Okay, yeah, 1, 2, and then. All right, so Gamora starts first. Banishment. We're just gonna have him remove the element gun. That's fine. We're gonna lose anyway. Crowd control. Oh my god, so 2. Oh, it's just 2 threats. Token. So we have to get rid of this before we can... Oh, and then I forgot to give him his 2 at the beginning of the villain phase. So he's at 10. He's almost... yeah, this is not good. Okay, and then Star-Lord has to take care of 3 encounters. The villain schemes. So 1 plus the boost. So now I have to shuffle a new deck here for the villain. New encounter deck. And when the villain gets a new encounter deck, he also gets an acceleration, which means he gets a +1 at the beginning of the villain phase. Lord have mercy. It's difficult. Okay. So he schemes for 1 plus 1 plus 4. Game is over because he's at 14. Yep, 5, 10, 14. Oh my god, that was hard. That was really hard. And we played that for how long? An hour and 20 minutes. I mean, at least I'm faster now with this game. Because I think the last time, like the first couple of times I played with 2 hands, it took me like 2 hours or 2.5 hours or whatever. So, you know, I'm getting familiarized with the rules and the flow of the game and making less and less mistakes. I didn't make any, I think, this time, even though I was a little slow with adding damage to the ally cards, or almost missing adding additional threat tokens to the main scheme. Well, other than that, I think it was in terms of rules and the rules of the game, I think it was a flawless, almost flawless run. But that was exhausting. It was really exhausting. It's like there was nothing I can do. I feel like, even though we were able to take care of his first phase, and even that was really hard to get him down to 0 the first time around. And then after that, it was just all too overwhelming. Oh, God. they definitely have some kind of synergy going on, you know, but I think we have to give this card back to Gamora, and this one goes back to him. Yeah, that was really exhausting. I always feel a little exhausted actually whenever I play with two heroes. But it was fun. But yeah. I think I'm just unlucky when it comes to I draw the cards. Or maybe I just made some bad decisions somewhere down the line. I mean, I am pretty new to the game, so. But anyway, next time I'm going to go back to solo. I think I'm going to play Ant-Man next versus Rhino, and we're gonna keep fighting against the basic Rhino until I get more wins versus losses. So I think right now I've won like 3 times out of 17 games, I think. Yeah, that's too low of a win percentage. So, and then once I've beaten Rhino consistently, then I'm going to try and the other encounters. Then we can try the other villains from the main set. I have the expansions too, and it's gonna take a while before we get to those expansions. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope it was a fun watch. Until next time, bye bye.